Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about prestige. What is prestige? What does it do for you? Why is it important? Why it is not for some people? And basically where in-game it gets used. We're also going to check out how to find out your individual prestige, where you can do it in-game without any third-party apps, but that is obviously costly and not really productive. And we're going to be also mentioning a few third-party sites or applications that you can use to find out your individual prestige. So anyways, first things first, prestige, what is it good for and where it comes into play when you actually play the game? And it's mainly in Alliance Quest, because Alliance Quest is based on your prestige. What does it mean? That Alliance prestige is the combined average prestige of each and every member in the alliance. So every member that has high prestige is pulling it up, every member that has low prestige is dragging it down, and it equals out. And when that kind of composes your alliance prestige. And what does it mean? That means that, for instance, if there's Alliance A that has 1000 prestige, for sake of argument, and there's an Alliance B that has 5000 prestige, that Alliance B playing the same maps, or even often playing lower maps, will get more points than Alliance A, and that means you're going to get better rank rewards, you're going to place higher, you're going to get more milestones, and you're going to get more rewards that way. So the higher your prestige is, the higher you can rank in total kind of global ranking of Alliance Quest, and the more rewards you can get from it. So that is kind of the main thing that works for. Obviously in Alliance Quest it also is extremely important what maps you are doing, what maps you are playing, and typically if you want to shoot for the highest rewards you will have to play the highest maps. However, when you are considering alliances somewhere in the mid-tier brackets, prestige helps you simply to rank up higher, playing lesser maps and having easier time. So prestige is always, as far as I'm concerned, something that should be kept in mind, at least to a certain degree. Maybe not necessarily if you're like a beginner level player, but as soon as you hit that intermediate bracket where you start taking champions to rank 5, prestige also should be a factor, and it will definitely be asked of you whenever you're trying to join a new alliance. And if this alliance is kind of semi-serious about the game, they will ask a certain prestige requirement, which is typically kind of based on that alliance average, maybe slightly below their average when they're looking for recruits. So if you are playing the game semi-seriously and you most importantly want to progress in the game, you do need to pay attention to your prestige, because most of the time when alliance is a recruit and they're looking for recruits, they will ask what is your prestige, when you can improve it, how you can improve it, because Alliance Quest is one of the kind of core aspects of this game, and it does offer really good rewards for the effort required. And yeah, most alliances, that is kind of like #1 requirement, and that is where they get majority of kind of like their rewards. But yeah, so that is what prestige does. Prestige works for Alliance Quest. Better prestige means better rewards in Alliance Quest. Occasionally prestige has been brought into consideration in some other events where you qualify for certain brackets based on your prestige, but that is kind of like irregular activity by Kabam, and I think they're kind of trying to drop it. I don't even remember the last time they actually did that. But mainly it's Alliance Quest. And you do need to pay attention to your prestige, because that is what alliances are looking for. Because nobody wants to bring in a completely new player in their alliance who is going to drag their average prestige down, and as a result that alliance, all 30 members will qualify for worse rewards just because somebody has a low prestige. So now that that is explained, we're going to go in game and have a practical example of how we're going to find out my personal prestige without kind of like using third-party apps. So first thing, what I need to do if I want to find out my prestige is remove all my masteries, because they are artificially increasing the PI of my champions. And this is the main reason why it's kind of like really frustrating in this game, and many players have been calling for an easier way to find out your prestige, and I do not understand why Kabam feel the need to hide it kind of from their players, because there is no section in this game to kind of simply take a look at what is your personal prestige. I do think it should be there. I think it would be an easy quality of life improvement. It should be like a line in your summoner profile or something that everybody can see, so you can't lie about it, and that you can most importantly see it, and you can check it out whenever you feel like it. But nonetheless, that's not the case. So now that I have removed all my masteries, I have no extra mastery points left. We're gonna go to my champions, and so we need to look at 5 strongest champions that I have. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort by hero rating. I'm gonna start from 5 strongest ones, and here we can see that prestige. So let me just have this in front of me and type it up. There we go. So prestige. Let me just quickly make this a bit smaller. Cool. Alright, so let's go. So my highest PI, base PI champion without any masteries, without any synergies, is Thor Ragnarok. Here it's listed at 10,690. So cool. So that is gonna be my first champion that affects my prestige. Then I have Namor. Namor has prestige of 10,670. So that's 2. Third one will be Phoenix with 10,650. The next one is Goldpool with 10,650 again. And then we have Captain Marvel with 10,630. And now we need to add it all up together. So if we put an equals mark on it, so in a plus equals, that would equal, 1 second, just need to do a quick math here. Let me open a calculator on my other phone. So 10,690 plus 10,670 plus 10,650 plus 10,650 again, and then 10,630 plus 10,630. That would add up to 53,290. And now we need to divide this by 5 because it is average of my top 5 champions. So once we divide this with 5, we go to 10,658. So my individual prestige is 10,658. So that accounts for my prestige currently in the game. Now, obviously, this isn't the thing you can kind of check easily because it does require you to remove all your masteries, and that costs units, and that is annoying. But there are third-party apps that can do that for you, and because all of this data has been like carefully mined and kept by several people. One of the more popular sites where you can find out your prestige is auntm. It is a clever kind of wordplay. It's auntm.ai, and you can log in there, and there is prestige, and you can enter your champion star level, so on and so forth, and you can check out your prestige of any champion. You can also simply use prestige charts. If you just type in Google MCOC prestige list, there's something's gonna pop up, and you can also just Google for MCOC prestige calculator, and there's going to be one from the Class Advantage site, from Mutamat, and some other ones that will pop up. All of those are perfectly valid, perfectly usable. There's also a line bot which you can add online, which you can also use to find out your prestige. But that is it. So I hope this kind of clarifies a bit for you guys if you wanted to find out what is the meaning of prestige, what does it do for you, why is it important, and yeah, and where does it get used, and how to find out your personal prestige. Also, it is definitely worth mentioning that prestige varies obviously from champion to champion. It also is affected by your signature level of champions. So in order to kind of decide your rank ups, quite often it's a good idea to look up a prestige chart, look which champions have high prestige, which champions have low prestige, kind of figure out which of those champions you have, if you want to do prestige rank ups, or whether like you want to kind of compromise and rank up champions that have decent prestige and good utility, and so on and so forth. So there are another kind of like huge part of debate about prestige champions and kind of like the best champions in game, because quite often, for instance, Omega Red, Ghost, Domino, all of those champions have really low prestige, but people still love them. People love to rank them up, and justifiably so, because they're awesome champions, but they do not help your prestige situation. But that is kind of another debate in itself, perhaps a video idea for later, kind of like when to rank for prestige and when to rank up for your account. But yeah, I think that will do for now. We found out my individual prestige, showed you guys where you can look for it. It's obviously just, yeah, Google is always your best friend if you are ever in doubt. And yeah, we kind of find out that prestige mainly works with Lion's Quest, and it lets you get better rewards the higher your individual prestige is. And that's pretty much as simple as that. That's all it is, that's all it does. There is no kind of magic behind it. And yeah, I guess that will do for today's video. I hope you guys find it helpful. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that subscribe button, share button, hit all the buttons. Don't forget to check out the giveaway we have happening on the channel. And I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Later.